Hello, and welcome back to Fem Life. If you'd like to support me, please use my affiliate links mentioned below. Every purchase you make will bring me closer to my gender transition. This was it. I was finally the big kid this year, heading into 3rd grade. Our schools are set up so that kindergarten through 3rd grade go to one school, 4th through 6th to another, and then it's junior high and high school. This was my moment to shine. My name is Donald Allan Jones Jr., but everyone calls me Donnie. I really dislike being called Junior. It makes me think of the guy from Hee Haw who sold used cars. Donnie is what I prefer. This year was my last chance to win the school Halloween costume contest. We'd started brainstorming and discussing ideas on the very first day of school. Last year, I came in second with my Star Wars Ewok costume. Emily Christensen took first place with her fantastic Glenda the Good Witch outfit, complete with her little brother and sister dressed as munchkins. This year, I was determined to win. I spent the first 2 weeks of school trying to come up with a costume so impressive that I couldn't lose. We brainstormed everything from Star Wars to Thundercats, G.I. Joe, and zombies. Nothing felt right. One day after school, I sat at the kitchen table with my friend, Adam Lewis, trying to figure out the perfect costume. Despite our brainstorming, we couldn't hit on anything great. Adam suggested I consider a really good girl costume. I thought he was out of his mind. I'm a guy, I wouldn't dress as a princess or anything like that. But Adam was convinced his idea was the way to go. He left for home, confident that a girl costume was his ticket to success. Don't dismiss the idea of being a girl for Halloween, Donnie. I think I could make you look very pretty, Mom said, having overheard our conversation while preparing dinner. I don't think so, Mom. Maybe if I can't come up with anything else, we can talk about it. Okay? I thought that would end the discussion. I'm just saying, if you're stuck, I'd love to help, Mom said with a smile. Now go put your things away and help me set the table. Dinner is almost ready, and Dad will be home soon. The next 2 weeks passed with no great costume ideas. Finally, I sat down at the kitchen table and called Mom in to discuss it. I give up, Mom. I've tried every idea I can think of, and none of them seem right. What do you suggest? We could consider Alice in Wonderland or Cinderella. Any thoughts from you? How about Wonder Woman or the Bionic Woman? At least they were action heroines. Mom thought for a moment and said, something that covers more might be better. We don't want you running around in a skimpy Wonder Woman outfit in the rain. Let me call Aunt Betty. I had no clue what Mom needed to discuss with Aunt Betty, but she was on the phone in seconds. Hi Betty, this is Lois. Yes. Remember last May when Joanne was that miniature bride for Ellen and Ken's wedding? I know. She and Donnie were adorable as the miniature bride and groom. Do you still have the dress? Great. Do you have the whole outfit? Fantastic. Let me take some measurements and I'll call you back. Bye. What was that all about, Mom? I wasn't sure, but I did have an idea of what she was thinking. Okay. You want my help, go to your room and strip to your underpants. I'll get the tape measure and paper and pencil and we are going to measure you. Mom was already gathering things, so I went to my room and stripped down to just my underwear. Sometimes it's better to go along with Mom when she gets this way. She took a lot of measurements and wrote them on the paper. Things like my waist and chest and arms I was used to. She also measured the distance from my waist to the floor and from my shoulders to my waist. Why all the extra measures, Mom? A girl has to be concerned with where things are on her body. If your dress is too long, you trip over it, and if the skirt starts too high, it doesn't look right when you have it on. Since I think you'll make a pretty girl for Halloween, we have to measure you like we would a girl. She stated, like I knew what she was talking about. Okay, Mom. Are you thinking of the dress Joanne wore? Yes. I think you would make a perfect bride. Since Joanne is about the same size as you, I needed the measurements to see if the dress would fit. Now let's go convert these to your girl sizes, and then we'll call Aunt Betty and see what size the dress is. We went downstairs and Mom got out the Sears catalog and went to the little girl's measurement page. She looked at all the charts and wrote some more numbers down on the paper. Okay, let's call Aunt Betty and see if the outfit will fit. Mom made the second call and talked with Aunt Betty for a while. When she hung up, she was all smiles. I just knew this would work. You are the same size as Joanne, so the whole outfit will work out just fine. We can pick up the clothes Sunday when we all meet at Grandma and Grandpa's for dinner. I'll have to buy a couple of things, but this costume is going to be great, Donnie. Mom was really excited about this. I was still not so sure. I figured that was the end of things until Sunday. Of course, I was wrong. Mom told me that after dinner we were going shopping for some of the things we needed to complete the costume. Dad came home about then, so we sat to have dinner and Mom told Dad about her idea for the Halloween costume. This sounds like you could take first place this year, Donnie. I need some things from the mall, so I'll tag along with you too. Dad seemed to like the idea, so I figured it might just work out okay. You don't mind that I'm dressing as a girl? I was asking for Dad's approval more than anything. Donnie, Halloween is supposed to be a fun time and costumes are a part of it. I even dressed as a girl a couple of times for Halloween. So to answer your question, no, I don't have a problem with you dressing as a girl for Halloween. Dad smiled after he said this. My mom told me I was cute too. Great. It looked like I was going to be a bride for Halloween. Although, thinking about it, if I won the first place trophy, it would all be worth it. We all went out to the car and Dad drove us to the mall. As we were going in, Mom told me I was going with her and that we would meet Dad at the food court for ice cream in 30 minutes or so. Our first stop was J.C. Penney's. Mom walked us right into the girls' underwear department. I think I was pretty much bright red when she pulled out the paper with the measurements and asked me what type of panty would go best with Donna Ann's dress. Well, I didn't think. I don't know? I sputtered like a motorboat. Let's do it this way. We'll get a package of white for test fitting, then I'll bring Donna and in to choose the special panties for her big day. Mom handed me a package of white cotton panties and then led me over to something called a camisole. She looked at her paper and checked the sizes, then handed me 3 of them. 1 in white, 1 pink and 1 blue. We then went over to the tights. I'm not sure what she was thinking, but she put 3 pairs of tights in my arms too. 2 white and 1 black. I was going to ask if she thought we had enough yet when Mom gasped and dragged me over to the fancy area. She picked up a pair of white pantyhose, in little girl size, with a delicate flower pattern woven into the legs just above the ankle area according to the picture. These will be perfect for that dress. Mom was beaming like she had just won the lottery or something. We finally went to the checkout counter and I placed everything on the counter and Mom paid for it. I carried the bag for her and we went to find Dad. We found him at the food court waiting for us. Only 36 minutes. That's the closest you've ever been to being on time, dear. Maybe Donnie should go shopping with you more often. Dad was only teasing, but Mom put on a big pout anyway. Just for that, you get to pay for the ice cream. Mom was smiling when she told this to Dad. After the ice cream, we went home and Mom told me to take everything into the guest bedroom. This room also doubled as her sewing room. I set the packages on the bed and was just leaving when Mom stopped me. Let's make sure this all fits. If it doesn't, I can return it tomorrow. Okay, Mom. What else could I say? I've left a pair of panties on the bed and a camisole and a pair of tights. I'll step out so you can change into the panty and the camisole. They go on just like any other pants and shirt. Call me before you put on the tights. I'll show you how to do it so you don't ruin them. Mom walked out and closed the door behind her. I looked at the items on the bed and thought, what am I getting into here? But after considering my options, I knew I had to do this if I was going to win the contest. So I stripped off my clothes and slid the panties on. Not bad. Kinda like my briefs, only no fly. Then I looked at the camisole. It had a silky feeling and was different from the cotton panties. I slid it over my head like a t-shirt and it felt slick and cool as it covered my chest. I kind of like this, I thought as I slid my hands over the silky fabric. Donnie, are you decent yet? Mom called. It shook me from admiring the fabric. Just finished, Mom, come on in. Why did it take you so long? It shouldn't take that long to change, Mom said, smiling at me. I just had to figure out the front and back, I replied. Mom, are all girls' clothes this soft? I asked, rubbing my hands over the camisole. I stopped when I noticed Mom smiling at me, feeling a bit embarrassed about how silky the top felt. Sit on the bed, and I'll show you how to put on the tights, Mom said, patting the spot next to her. I sat down, and she picked up the tights, scrunching them so that only a few inches of material stuck out. Place your toe in like this, making sure the seam lines up with your toes, she demonstrated by removing her shoe and showing me her stocking toes. Now you give it a try. I attempted it, stretching my leg up to reach my toes. Perfect. Now slide the material up your leg to just above your knee. Good. Now scrunch up the other leg and put it on. You're doing great for your first try, Mom said, beaming at me. I managed to get both legs into the tights, and Mom instructed me to stand up and work the material up until I could pull the top around my waist. After finishing, I smiled at Mom. The tights felt amazing as they slid up my legs, and their snug fit was a constant reminder of their presence. I was starting to warm up to the idea of dressing as a girl for Halloween. Donnie, could you walk over to the closet and back so I can see how they move on you? Mom asked. I walked across the room and back, feeling the tights glide against each other with each step. It was a nice sensation. This is great. Everything fits perfectly. Now you can change back into your own clothes, and we'll put these away for now, Mom said as she got up and left the room to give me privacy. I was more than a little disappointed. Just as I was starting to enjoy the idea of dressing as a girl, Mom put a stop to it. Feeling a bit down, I changed back into my regular clothes and put the new items away in the drawer with the rest of our purchases. That evening, I couldn't stop thinking about how the clothes felt as I watched TV. My dreams were filled with the sensation of soft fabrics and the snug feeling of the tights around my legs. Everything was normal until Friday. Donnie, I know you're heading over to Adam Lewis's after school. I need you home by 7. I got some things for your costume, and I want to try them out tonight. You also have an appointment tomorrow at my beauty salon. I told Janice about your costume, and she wants to help make sure everything is perfect, Mom said rapidly, her excitement evident. Okay, Mom. Adam and I are planning to practice basketball and play video games, so I'll be back by 7. I secretly hoped she would dress me up again. I had thought about it a lot and decided I liked the feel of the clothes. I walked in just before 7, feeling exhausted from the tough one-on-one game with Adam. He was fast, and I was relieved when we finally stopped for dinner. Mom told me I was too dirty and sweaty to try on the new things, so I needed to take a shower. I noticed the only shampoo and soap available were the ones Mom used. Mom! Where's my shampoo and soap? Just use what's there, honey, Mom called back from the other room. I emerged from the bathroom wrapped in a towel and headed toward my room. Not your room, young lady. Come over here so we can see how you look as Donna and Mom called out. I was surprised to hear her use the name Donna but then I remembered it from our mall visit. Why did you call me Donna and Mom? I had to ask. When I was pregnant with you, we chose 2 names, Donald Allan for a boy and Donna and for a girl. We didn't know which one you'd be until you were born. Since you're dressing as a girl, it's a chance for me to use Donna and for a little while, she explained with a smile. I figured it was okay to be Donna and for a bit. Mom handed me a pair of white panties and turned around while I put them on under the towel. Okay, Mom, you can turn back now. She faced the dresser and took out a black pair of tights from the drawer. I put them on just as she had shown me, enjoying the feeling as they slid up my legs. Then she handed me the pink camisole, and I put it on, feeling a pleasant tingle as the fabric covered me. Mom opened the closet, revealing 5 or 6 hangers with girls' clothes. She took out a pink blouse and a charcoal gray jumper. Let's try these on, Donna. Why? I thought I'd only be wearing the dress for the contest, I asked, feeling a mix of fear and confusion. I liked the outfit, but wasn't sure how Mom would react if I fully embraced dressing as Donna and... Well, I thought a little practice as Donna and might help. You know how to be a boy, but not a girl. Some practice will help ensure you win first place. Plus, Janice needs to see you in something feminine tomorrow to get a sense of how to style you, Mom said, looking a bit nervous and uneasy. Okay, Mom, if you think it'll help me win the contest, I'll do it. I put on the blouse, struggling a bit with the buttons since they were reversed from what I was used to. Mom then helped me with the jumper, pulling it down over my head. She handed me a half slip, which I stepped into and pulled up to my waist. Finally, she pulled out a pair of black Mary Janes. I sat on the bed, put them on, and buckled them. Now, Donna, sit on the stool so we can do something with your hair, Mom said, picking up a brush and her curling iron. She spent some time deciding on a style, starting with the bottom of my hair and finishing by curling my bangs under slightly. There. That looks pretty good. Now you can go look in the full-length mirror in my room. I walked out of the room and into Mom and Dad's bedroom, with Mom following closely behind. When I looked in the mirror on the closet door, I was surprised to see that I looked just like the girls in my class. If Emily, Jane, Joan, and Linda were here, we'd all look the same. Mom, I look just like the other girls in my class. Mom beamed with pride. I knew you'd look perfect, Donna. Let's go downstairs and show your father. Remember to take smaller steps and walk slowly to avoid your skirt flipping up. Hold the railing when you go up or down the stairs. You're doing very well. I was nervous about showing Dad, but I knew it was something I had to do. I tried to follow Mom's advice as I walked into the family room. Hi, Daddy. What do you think of my new outfit? I said as sweetly as I could and twirled around to show off my jumper and blouse. Dad's reaction was one of shock. Wah. Who? Oh. Donnie? No, Daddy. Mommy says my name should be Donna and when I'm dressed like this. Do you think I can win the Halloween contest? Do I look convincing enough as a girl? I asked with as much innocence as I could muster. You look very convincing, sweetheart. Very convincing, Dad said, still looking bewildered. Lois, what is going on? I wanted to see what I had to work with for turning Donnie into a bride named Donna. I really think this will work out fine, don't you? Mom replied. We're going to the salon tomorrow morning so Janice can help with hair and makeup. It will be a short visit, but it will help us see how things will look. I felt a wave of fear wash over me as I realized what Mom had just said. Mom, I am going to go out dressed like this? Of course, dear. In fact, you'll wear exactly what you have on now. Mom's smile was the biggest I'd ever seen. Are you sure? What if someone recognizes me? What if everyone laughs at me? What if... Slow down, Donnie, Donna, Dad said, his confusion evident. Lois, are you sure no one will recognize him? I understand his concerns. We'll just say it's a dry run for Halloween. It's not a lie. You just won't be in the exact outfit you'll wear for Halloween, Mom explained. Are you sure, Mom? I asked, my eyes welling up with tears from both fear and excitement. A chance to go out as a girl was thrilling but nerve-wracking. As I looked down at my shoes, Dad wrapped his arm around me and gave me a reassuring hug. You don't have to do this if you don't want to. Dad had his arm around my shoulders, rubbing them gently. Dad, if it will help me to win the trophy this year, I can do this. Okay, Mom, let's start learning how to be Donna and Dot. I had settled down when I heard the concern in my father's voice. It was then that I knew I could be Donna and... Since it was already 8:30, Mom said it would be a short set of lessons and then to bed for my beauty sleep. We spent about an hour practicing walking, going up and down stairs, sitting properly and standing properly. I didn't realize you had to be so careful in a dress. Otherwise, everybody would be able to see my panties. Time for bed, Donna. Let's go up and we'll let you be Donna and until we get back tomorrow, okay? Okay, Mom. Good night, Daddy. Sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. I gave my dad a hug around his neck and a kiss on the cheek. He looked surprised. I hadn't kissed my father in 2 or 3 years. Can't a daughter kiss her daddy? I asked. Sure, honey, I was just shocked, that's all. Good night, Donna and... Dad smiled as he said it. I followed Mom up the stairs and into the guest room. She reached into the dresser and took out a plain white nightgown and a pair of white panties. I'll leave so you can change, dear. Make sure you hang up your blouse and jumper and place your underthings on the vanity stool so you can dress in the morning. Call me when you're ready so I can tuck you in. Okay, Mom. I started to change and stopped to look in the mirror of the vanity. I really liked the way I looked in these clothes. After admiring myself for a few minutes, I hung up the outfit and laid the underwear on the vanity. When I picked up the nightie, it felt soft and silky like the camisole. I noticed the panties were made of the same material. I put on the panties and they felt so good. Better than the cotton ones. Then I took the nightgown and slid it over my head and let it float down over my body. It too felt cool and light and silky. I was smiling when I called Mom in to tuck me in. I just couldn't seem to wipe that smile off my face. I looked up at Mom and she was smiling too. Good night, Donna and... We have a lot to do tomorrow, so we will be up early. Sleep tight, dear. Mom kissed my forehead and turned off the light. I laid there for a while wondering if all the girls in my class felt this good when they went to bed. I woke up to the alarm clock and found a Rosie and doll snuggled into bed with me. I know I didn't go to sleep with it, but it was there this morning. I got up and placed the doll on the vanity, then went into the bathroom and took a shower, brushed my teeth, and tried to brush my hair the way my mother had last night. I just couldn't seem to get it right. I went back into the guest room and got dressed in the black tights, pink blouse, and charcoal gray jumper outfit that I had worn last night. Then downstairs for breakfast. Mom was pouring herself a glass of juice as I walked into the kitchen. Good morning, Donna. Did you sleep well? Would you like some juice with your breakfast? Morning, Mom. I slept well. Yes, I'd like some juice, please. I think I'll just have a bowl of cereal. Oh, and Mom, could you help me with my hair after we eat? I can't seem to get it as nice as you did last night, I asked, trying to sound as sweet as possible so early in the morning. Your hair looks fine, dear. We're going to make some adjustments at the salon anyway. I'll just put in a headband to keep it neat for the trip, Mom said reassuringly. Now, we need to hurry. Finish up and rinse your bowl. I finished my breakfast, and before long, we were heading out the door. My grip on Mom's hand was tight. This was my first time out of the house as Donna and... I hopped into the car, but Mom made me get back out and get in again, reminding me to do it like a young lady should. The second time was right, so Mom started the car, and we were on our way. I stared straight ahead, my hands clasped tightly in my lap, avoiding looking around as I usually did. Take a deep breath, Donna. Exhale slowly and tell me what's making you so anxious, Mom said gently. Well, Mom, I'm scared that someone might see me and laugh, calling me a boy in a dress. I don't think I could handle going to school on Monday if that happened. I told them at the salon you're dressing as a girl for Halloween, and they suggested you come in as Donna and... There won't be any laughter, just a few ladies working to make you the most beautiful bride ever. I think you'll really enjoy all the pampering, Mom said, almost giddy with excitement. When we arrived, Mom parked the car and reminded me how a young lady should exit. After 3 attempts, she was satisfied, and we went in for the appointment. I had been to this salon before, where Janice usually cuts my hair, so I was familiar with the sights and smells. Today, though, everything seemed brighter and more intense. Hi, Lois. Is this Donna N? Hello, dear. Janice greeted us with a bright smile. Let's head back here and see what we can do for you. We followed her to the wash sinks, where she had me sit. First, we'll wash and condition your hair. Lean back and enjoy. Lois, I've picked out some styles from the hairdo book. Once I'm finished, we'll get Donna's opinion. I leaned back, trying to relax. As Janice started running warm water through my hair, I found myself actually unwinding. The fruit-scented shampoo felt great as she massaged it into my scalp. Janice had never washed my hair before, and by the time she rinsed it after the second lather, I was practically purring. She squeezed out the excess water and wrapped a towel around my head to keep the water from dripping onto my blouse. While I was lost in the bliss of the wash, Mom and Janice discussed the styles from the book. Janice then led me to her chair and placed the book in my lap. The styles were stunning, so many gorgeous options. I wasn't sure I could ever look that good. How do I choose? I asked. Well, I selected styles that complement the shape of your face. Since I'm familiar with your hair, it was easier to narrow down the choices, Janice explained. But all the styles you marked seem to require much longer hair. I don't think these can be done without a wig or something, I said, flipping through the book and noticing all the options were from the long hair section. Don't worry, Donna. Once we choose a style and color, Janice will work her magic and make you look beautiful. Now let's try these 3 options and see how you look. Mom said, her excitement evident as she took charge. Let's see. Okay, I'll be right back. Janice went into the back of the shop and returned carrying a box. When she opened it, a pile of hair that resembled a mop head was inside. She picked it up, shook it out, and held it behind my head. This is the right length. With a slight color adjustment, it will be perfect. Donna, and this is called a fall. We'll trim your hair a bit to even it out, then treat it so the color matches the hairpiece. It'll mostly even out the color since a lot of your baby blonde has faded. For Halloween, coloring your hair is perfectly fine. When Janice is done, you might find yourself not wanting to be your old self anymore, Mom said with a grin. Okay, Janice, do whatever you think I need. I really want to win this contest, I said, deciding I could handle all of this if it meant winning. Plus, I was actually enjoying the process and the attention. As soon as I finished speaking, Janice got to work. She examined my hair, compared it to the picture, and started trimming the split ends. Once she was done with that, she applied some treatment to my hair and told me I needed to wait for the dye to take effect. She then moved me to another chair, where she marked my ears with a pencil. Click. Ow, click, ow. I looked in the mirror and saw that she had pierced both of my ears. Janice, why did you do that? How can I go to school like this? No other boys at school have pierced ears. Donna, you want to win, right? Brides typically have pierced ears. Just wear tiny studs during the day, and your hair will cover them. After the contest, you can take them out, and the holes will heal in about a month. For now, you'll need to turn them daily and have your mom help you clean them every night to prevent infection, Janice explained efficiently. Okay, I guess. Are you sure they won't show? Actually, they do look nice with my blouse and jumper, I said, admiring how cute my ears looked with the new earrings. A timer rang, and Janice moved me to a sink. She poured something on my hair and rinsed it out. Then, we returned to her workstation, where she began blow-drying my hair. Once she was satisfied with the results, she attached the fall with a built-in clip, brushing everything out and turning me towards the mirror. Voila! This is where we start. You now have enough hair and the right color to work with. I gazed into the mirror, stunned by the transformation. My hair, now a uniform sandy brown, extended to the top of my jumper in front and down to my shoulder blades in the back. I looked like a completely different person. For the first time, I was Donna and Jones. I must have been lost in my reflection for quite a while because Janice gently shook my shoulder and said, "Enough admiring for now, we've got work to do. You can check yourself out later." Turning me around, Janice called my mother over to review the options. "Oh my goodness! Donna and you look wonderful. It's like we have a daughter we never had." Mom was beaming, her arms flailing with excitement. "Lois, we need to get started or we'll never settle on a style. I have some veil tiaras in the back. We bought several so we can match them with the hairstyles for each bride." "Let me get them so you can see which one resembles the one you're using," Janice said, heading to the back of the shop. She returned with a box full of plastic headbands, mostly white, with one gold and two silver. Mom pulled a picture from her wallet to show Janice. "This is the dress and veil we're using. Which one do you think will work? If none of these are right, we can buy a different one. Let's start with the hairstyle first. That's how I work with my brides. We get the hair right first, then choose the veil that complements it best," Janice explained confidently. Mom and I agreed, so Janice began working on the first of 3 styles. She gathered my hair on top of my head, arranging most of the fall to hang down my back. She then rolled the longer hair vertically, securing it with bobby pins, and turned me to face the mirror. The style looked sophisticated and made me appear older. Janice then took a Polaroid camera, snapped 3 photos, front, side, and back, so we could decide which style to go with. She took my hair down and started on the next style. For this one, she combed my bangs back and pinned them, then gathered the sides and secured them in the middle of the back of my head with an elastic band. Janice used a large curling iron to create a cascade of curls down my back, reaching to my shoulder blades. She finished the look with a gold tiara to cover the pins holding my bangs. For pictures were taken from different angles to ensure we captured every detail. I liked this style better than the first one. Janice brushed out the curls, removed the elastic band, and wet my hair to help straighten it. She combed my bangs down and curled them under, then pulled the sides of my hair back to just above my ears. She teased the top and sides for added volume before using a small curling iron to create long, ringlet curls around the top, back, and sides of my head. When she finished, she showed Mom a veil that would sit right at the back of my bangs and puff up over the back of my head. I looked in the mirror and liked this style too. I turned to Mom and Janice and said, "This one looks really cute, Mom." They took 4 pictures of this style without the veil and 2 with it in place. Then, sadly, Janice brushed up my hair, wet it again, and blow-dried it into a more typical style for a girl my age. "There you go, Donna. You're all set for the rest of the day. Tonight, just have your mom remove the fall before bed and lay it out on your vanity so it'll look nice in the morning. That way, you can clip it back in and brush it out easily." Janice was all smiles, and I was too as I got up to leave the salon. I asked Mom what time it was, and she said, 11:30. We were only there for 2.5 hours, which is quite short for all that Janice did. Let's head to the food court for a bite. As we walked and chatted about the salon experience, Mom mentioned that tomorrow was Sunday, and we'd be picking up the dress and everything else at Grandma and Grandpa's. I was getting excited about it. It was so much fun to do all these things. I wondered, why do only girls get to have this kind of fun? At the food court, I was so excited that I hardly ate, just a hot dog and a small drink. Normally, I would have gone for a double cheeseburger, fries, and a bucket of soda, but today, I wasn't hungry. On the way back to the car, Mom spotted a shoe store with white high heels in the window. "We're going to need these for the costume anyway, so let's get a pair now. It'll give you a chance to get used to them before the contest." Mom grabbed my hand and led me into the store before I could protest. A young man approached us with a smile. "What can I do for you ladies today? My daughter is going to be a miniature bride, and she needs a pair of white heels for her dress. 1.5 inches, if you have them." "I think she's a little young for anything higher," Mom said in her usual take-charge manner. "We should have what you need. Miss, if you'll sit over here and take off your shoes, we'll measure your foot to ensure a proper fit." "Is this your first pair of heels?" he asked. I looked at Mom, and she nodded, so I answered the man, "Yes, it is." No need to be nervous. The current style is a small platform shoe with a wedge heel, which is much easier to walk in than the stiletto heels your mom might have worn, he said, trying to be reassuring. But it felt strange that he was treating me like a girl. Mom thought that if we got them now, I could get used to walking comfortably in them before I actually need them. I tried to sound confident, but somehow it didn't come out that way. "Be right back." James, the young man, went to the back of the store. I noticed his name tag as he walked away. I sat there anxiously while he retrieved some shoes for me to try on. He soon returned with 4 boxes. I brought out 3 styles and 2 different sizes of the sandals because sometimes a half size smaller is needed. Let's try them on. The first pair was similar to my current shoes, featuring a closed rounded toe and a strap across the top of my foot. Standing up, I felt significantly taller. I took a walk around the store and, as James had said, they weren't too difficult to walk in once I adjusted to the height. I also had to take slightly smaller steps. "They look a bit high," Mom said, clearly concerned about my comfort. "They have a 1/2-inch platform with a 1.5-inch heel, similar to the Mary Janes your daughter wore," James explained in full sales mode. "They're very popular for girls in the 8 to 11 age range." "Could I try on a pair of the sandals?" I suggested, hoping to shift the focus and speed up our exit from the store. James helped me remove the shoes, and we tried on the sandal-style heels. The first pair was a bit too large. I felt like they might slip off with each step. We switched to the smaller pair, which were much more comfortable. They had a small strap across the toes and long straps that wrapped around my ankles. Once buckled, they felt secure and looked delicate and dainty on my feet. "Mom, I like these." I was hoping my enthusiasm would show. "Do you really like them? They do look very nice on you. Would you like to try the other pair?" Mom seemed genuinely interested in my opinion, which was unusual. Normally, she'd simply decide, but this time was different. The third pair was what Mom referred to as a pump. It was fine, but I preferred the sandals. Moms must have a sixth sense because, before I even finished my walk around the store, she said, "We'll take the sandals. They look the best and will really showcase the dress and accessories. Don't you agree, Donna N?" "Yes. I really loved them the most." "Thank you, Mommy." I was surprised at how thrilled I was about buying a pair of high heels, but I genuinely was. "Let's head home. We have some things to take care of since it's Saturday." Mom was smiling as she paid for the shoes and we headed for the door. I turned around and waved goodbye to James as we left the store. I felt incredibly happy, practically bouncing with each step towards the car. I even remembered to get in the car like a young lady should. Mom and I chatted about our day as mother and daughter, and I looked over all the pictures Janice had taken of the hairstyles. Before long, we were home. Dad was out raking leaves and waved as we pulled into the driveway. I jumped out of the car and ran up to him, excitedly showing him my shoes and the pictures. "Look at what we did all day, Daddy." I really liked the last hairstyle, and then we had lunch. Then Mom found a shoe store and this guy, James, measured my foot, and I can actually walk in heels now. We bought a pair of high-heeled sandals, and then we came home. "Hi." I said all of this in one breath before pausing to take a deep breath. Whoa, slow down, Donna. You've packed a lot into a short time. Let's head inside. You can tell me all about it while I grab a drink. Dad gently guided me towards the front door. Mom was humming as we entered the kitchen. We sat at the table, drinking iced tea, and I showed Dad the pictures and my new shoes. I even put them on and demonstrated that I could walk in them without falling. You've done a lot today. And I see you got your hair done differently too. It's a hairpiece, Dad. I just need Mom to unclip it, and my regular hair is back. I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, Mom mentioned we have more things to do today, so I'd better change and take out the hairpiece. I got up from the table, ready for Mom to help me remove the hairpiece so I could change. Actually, Donna, I was hoping you could stay in character and help around the house today. I didn't get much done while we were out. Mom was clearly expecting some help from Donna and today. Is that okay with you, Dad? Your mother's right. She could use the help. I'm almost finished with the leaves, and then I'll start winterizing the mower. You should lend her a hand today, Dad agreed, nodding his head as he spoke. That was his way of showing he was in agreement with Mom. To cut a long, uneventful story short, I helped Mom with cleaning, cooking, and doing the laundry. By dinner time, everything was in order: clean clothes, a tidy house, and a set table. I even helped with the dishes afterward. The rest of the evening was filled with more Donna and lessons: how to sit, stand, and rise properly. Mom even pulled out a book and had me walk up and down the hall with it balanced on my head, saying it would improve my posture.